It's time for Colbert on Golf with Jim Colbert and Kevin Keatsman. Each week, we'll break down what's happening in the world of golf with insights and big-name interviews, plus tips from the winner of 28 tournaments on the PGA and Champions Tours, Jim Colbert. Colbert on Golf is built by Midland Exteriors, online at midlandexteriors.com. Midland Exteriors, we've thought of everything.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to Colbert on Golf, brought to you by Midland Exteriors, where every week we talk about the great sport of golf with our good friend Jim Colbert, who joins us now to talk about the Masters and the weekend that was with Jordan Spieth, the young Masters champion, just 21 years of age. And Jim joins us now to talk about that and everything else going on in the world of golf. Hi, Jim. How you doing?
I'm fine, Kevin. It's a beautiful morning out here in Palm Desert, California, and I think it's going to be my last morning here this year. I'm going to head back to Kansas City starting this afternoon, or to Manhattan, actually.
Sounds pretty good. Good work if you can get it. It's getting a little hot in the desert this time of year. You just come home and spend the summer here. That's a pretty good plan. It's
a real good plan, and then football starts, and that makes it even a better plan. So there you go.
There you go. And everybody talking about spring football, and we've got the Missouri game coming up this weekend and Kansas State the following week, so a lot of spring college football taking place. But there's one young man who could still be in college that is doing better off on his own, not being in college, and that is Jordan Spieth. What an amazing talent this young guy is. He took some of the fun out of the Masters. There simply was no drama in a tournament that is usually very dramatic on Sunday afternoon. But you got to tip your cap and say we're looking at the next star of the game, are we not?
Well, it certainly looks that way. You know, I don't know that you have to compare him to anybody or anything at this stage, but he looks like he's on a real fast track. And, you know, you can say there was no drama. If Rose makes that putt on 16 the last day and Spieth misses his par putt, it would have been 2 strokes with 2 to play, and, you know, crazy things have happened at the Masters. And Rose thought he had made that putt. I mean, he had a heck of a putt, and it didn't go in. But I don't, you know, Jordan made his anyway, but I think he'd have made it even if Rose had made it. But it would have put a little excitement in the end. I think the last hole on Saturday, after he got confused over on 17 on what shot to hit, chip shot, pitch shot, lob it up, run it up, and he hit a terrible pitch and then 3-putted for double bogey. Then he hit a terrible second shot, the worst shot he hit all week, coming up the hill on 18 over to the right, and it had 5 written all over it. He was going to make a bogey, and he got that ball up and down, and he hearted that putt. And I tell you the difference was, you know, he'd only had a 3-shot lead against a 4-shot lead, but that's not what made the difference. He'd have spent the next hour and a half with all the press and the TV, everybody around, trying to say how bad he choked on the last 2 holes. You know, why'd you finish double bogey, man? Did it get too big for you? When he got up and down, all they talked about was the great up and down. And he didn't have to explain the double bogey or the double bogey finish if it had happened. And it saved him so much wear and tear after the 3rd round because everybody's talking about the great up and down. And I think that was huge for him, just huge. I think he'd have still been fine on Sunday, but it would have been a lot tougher Saturday night, I think.
Well, he's handled it all beautifully. It's almost impossible to believe he's just 21 years of age. He really carries himself and acts like someone who's much older and much more mature than that. I want to play a little clip for you here. He had some fun last night on The Late Show with David Letterman. Obviously, he's doing a lot of media and a lot of interviews now as the Masters champion. Here is Jordan Spieth last night having a little fun with David Letterman.
Every time I turned on the tournament, they were talking about you. You led from the first round to the very end of the shooting match, right?
That's right.
That doesn't happen often, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's
more pressure. More pressure that way.
Well, maybe put some extra expectations on myself, right? When you're in the lead, you know you want to keep it. It's a dream come true to win that event, and, right? To win the Masters, and so. And
at one point, you're 19 under par. I mean, is that even legal?
think you need to be to 21, don't you?
But doesn't somebody come out and stop the match? Okay, you're too much under par. Get off the course.
It was cool. At that point, to be honest, I didn't know what I was at. At that point, I wasn't looking at leaderboards. I was just trying to challenge myself on each hole and to just get another stroke.
You could have putt out to win the tournament at 19 under, isn't that right?
That's right.
But you didn't sink that putt.
I missed it.
Yeah. Did you?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you care, or did it make no difference to you?
You know, I wasn't even aware that would have set the record. Mm-hmm. I wanted to just make it, just because you don't want to be the one on the last green tapping around the hole and get. I wanted to finish in style, right? I wanted to finish in style after.
Took a 9 on the last hole of the.
You're still good enough, though.
Yeah, still puts him in the house as a winner.
No, I would have liked to have seen that putt go in, but it's okay.
There's Jordan Spieth with David Letterman on the Late Show this week, and just handles himself really, really well. It's pretty hard to, envision something better right now for the sport of golf. His family all around the green at Augusta. What an unbelievable family, and it's such a mature young guy. This guy's going to be great for golf, Jim.
I without a question, plus he's American, and so we need a new American star because of all the international stuff, and you can tell by his demeanor he'll be double trouble in the Ryder Cup. I mean, he'll show up more prepared for that than some of our better players have in recent years. It's going to mean a lot to him, and that'll really work out. I think he fibbed a little bit on the last putt. He didn't work that putt. I'm thinking I want him to make it be 19 under. He hit that putt a lot quicker, and the stroke didn't look the same. I just don't think. And I told Marshall, I said, I don't think he knew it was for the record. I mean, if he knew it was for the record, you'd have seen a different effort. And so I don't think he worked that last one. When he started smiling coming up the hill, he said he saw his parents and everybody back behind the green. But when he started smiling, took off his hat, and making that winning walk without any stress, I thought he might not get up and down because he's in another land now. And he didn't. Sometimes I don't know how much to believe, how much not to believe. I don't know. You've been there, so you tell me. But this sounded right. They said he had this house that they stayed at in Augusta, and his whole family was there, the grandparents, his girlfriend, his parents, siblings, friends, everyone. And the rule was real simple. When he gets home from the golf course, there's no mention of the golf. There's no mention of the Masters. There's no highlights on SportsCenter. We can watch movies, play ping pong, eat dinner, whatever. Absolutely zero golf at that house. Now, he's 21. Where did he come up with that, and does that really happen? Well, yeah, but first they had two houses, Kevin.
Okay.
One was the game house, where they could play the games, and the other one was the sleeping house. So
okay.
They came pretty well prepared, sounds like to me. And I believed him totally. And that's why I don't think he knew or realized that 19 under was the magic number. I thought, somebody could have said something in the press, asked him a question about it or something.
Right.
And he might have heard about it that way. But when I was playing, I never read the newspaper on the town I was in or listened to the sports in the town I was in. I didn't want to hear anything. I've said this before, but in Jacksonville when I won, some guy had done an astrology thing on the leaders, and I was in the lead, and according to this astrology thing, I was the least likely to win. And, of course, I didn't know that. I didn't read it, or, thank goodness. Because after 5 holes, I think I was 3 over. And I was playing with Johnny Miller and Jim Wickers, and I had a 1-iron at 3-par. We had a pretty big gallery. I got ready to hit, and I stopped, and I looked around, and just to myself, I said, these people all think I'm cooked. I said to myself, folks, watch this. Yeah, I hit this 1-iron down here and I made it 2, and, of course, I ended up winning the tournament. But if if I had read the paper
Right.
and the start I got off to, I'd have thought, oh, that guy's right, man. And the stars are the wrong place for me. The moon should be out. I don't know, whatever.
Well, when the stars are lined up right, you can hit a 1-iron and make birdie. That's pretty good stuff. So, all right, let's take our first break here on Colbert on Golf. We come back, we get Jim's thoughts on Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. Pretty good showings at the Masters and much more coming up next here on Colbert on Golf.
Midland Exteriors is proud to be a presenting sponsor of Colbert on Golf. Just as Jim Colbert pursued excellence on the course, Midland Exteriors is committed to excellent products for your home and exceptional customer service for you. Midland Exteriors knows Kansas weather can be tough on your home, so we offer only fiberglass windows and seamless steel or fiber cement siding. It's the good stuff, and so is our service. Online at MidlandExteriors.com. Midland Exteriors, we've thought of everything.
Colbert Hills is one of the most unique golf experiences in the entire Midwest, and the hills are calling your name. Colbert Hills, you're going to experience huge elevation changes, tour-quality greens, and an award-winning design by Jim Colbert. Tee times, specials, and stay-and-play packages are available online at ColbertHills.com. Book a foursome or bring a huge group, and the staff at Colbert Hills will roll out its legendary hospitality. Who knows, you might even run into Jim at the tee box or after your round at Colbert's, which is so much more than just the 19th hole. Visit ColbertHills.com today.